welcome to another month of the Big Apple Indie Music Series with myself, Letitia M., and I do have Jon Landers, owner of the Big Apple Indie Music Series, or like they like to call it around the New York area, Tbaims. We are here on the May We Help You Radio Network, and just so glad to be bringing you another edition of Tbaims. And Jon, I mean, this month seems to be one of your biggest months ever. I don't think we've ever had a showcase that I've seen you featuring 7 different artists. What's going on with Tbaims?
Well, that was sort of out of necessity. Be honest with you, I messed up on when I was booking and left somebody out, and then someone else. I'll explain. We have a requirement now that we do with the artists before the event in advance, that we have a conference call that they must be part of, so that we can be all on the same page as what's expected of them and us. And one of the artists was not able to make it. Actually, there was 2, but one for good reason. But one other one didn't make it, and for some reason or other, he just didn't get the communication. So we dropped him last minute, and then he came back and explained everything, and we said, okay. So we actually added him back in, even though we replaced him with another artist that I had forgotten to put in. I'm not going to go into names because they know who they are. I write it off as part of a senior moment on my end, and just trying to get everybody on the same boat. So, it's part of the learning process. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, but I do try to correct them as I can. So
that's just funny that you bring it up as a senior moment. There's been some people that are saying I've been having that lately, and I'm not even in my 40s yet. So I think you can just have senior moments at any time. You can be in your 20s and you have senior moments. That's why they're just moments.
Yes.
So no worries. We all still love you here.
So we just try to accommodate everybody. So we're going to be running actually a little later. We have usually our last set is at 10:30, but there'll be one at 11 o'clock on Wednesday night as well now.
Oh, wow. So speaking of Wednesday night, so this showcase that we are going to be interviewing, listening to some music, and really getting to know the artist of is going to be on February 11th. So that is, just around the corner, guys. We want to get you out there. Remember, you want to come to Toshi's Living Room, 9 West 26th Street, New York City. Doors open at 7:30 p.m. If you've ever been to Toshi's Living Room, you know you got to get there early to get good seats. I lucked up one time and got some amazing seats and great service and had a wonderful time. But don't be a me. Get there early, get your seat, and just be ready to have a great time with the Tbaims showcase. We have a lot of artists that's on the line with us, Jon, and all checked in, signed in music, ready to go. So I definitely want to, not that I'm biased on the guys, but ladies first. So I would love to learn a little bit more about Danielle and Jennifer. And before we bring them on, when you got a chance to hear them, what did you think about them? What was your first thoughts of Danielle and Jennifer?
Well, they kind of impressed me quite a bit. Their genre is a bit of pop rock and soul. They come out of PA, Pennsylvania. And their bio is quite unique. They both started at the young ages of 3 and 6 in both acting and singing. So they have quite a bio. Danielle was actually the young cassette in the Broadway show Les Miserables for 2 years and 9 months. And just going through the bio here, Jennifer was on Law and Order, All My Children, and other Broadway shows as well. They've been on national commercials and TV. They've opened up for national acts like Tyler Bryant and The Shakedown, and Hydro Melody and more. So they have a great bio and some experience out there, and their sound reflects that. They have a good stage presence. I've seen it, and we were happy to get them on board.
Awesome. So I know that these ladies are just dying to come on, or if not, I want you to pretend like you are. So hello, Danielle. Hello, Jennifer. How are you two ladies doing today?
Hi, we're good. Thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely. We're ecstatic to have you here. So I need the enthusiasm. Aren't you ecstatic to be here too?
Yeah, we're extremely excited. We're excited about the showcase coming up.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, it sounds like you two have quite the resume on you, have been played a lot of different places and acting and just appearing in all of these different places. So I'm glad to hear that, your reach is just growing and building. But let's talk a little bit about your beginnings. Like, what got the two of you as sisters that decided to, really come together and put music in our ears now?
Well, I think I'll answer first, I guess. I'm the older one. So I think really what it was when we were acting, a lot of the times we didn't get to work together as sisters. There were a couple off-Broadway shows that we did together, which was really nice to work together. We did voiceovers together, but there wasn't anything that we could actually work together and collaborate. So we've been singing together. Like we sang in church when we were younger and did duets all the time and harmonized and everything, and we just really enjoyed that. So we started writing music together, and that's just kind of how it happened, just because we really enjoyed working together and,
Wow.
it's a good
wow.
experience.
I like the fact that, that was very important to you to make sure that you ladies were able to work together and being able to put music together in this way. So it was, very, it sounds like it was a no-brainer for the two of you that, you wanted this. And so it was like, you know what, this is what we're going to have to do, make our own music so that we can be together instead of worrying about these different jobs that we're getting. How long have you been doing music together? I'm sure growing up, music was just all around the house for you two.
Yeah, I mean, we've been singing for so long, but then, getting ideas to start writing songs, we started writing, and then we basically taught ourselves how to play instruments, and we just kind of, made it up as we went along, and then the songs that we were writing, we wanted other people to hear it, so that's why we started playing live for more people to listen.
I guess what started that playing together was probably about two or 3 years now, and playing out. But we released our first music video, I guess, in 2012, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's really,
Valentine's.
it's actually kind of a funny story because the first time we started playing instruments is because of the music video. And we wanted to make sure we looked like we were playing the exact chords. And then from then we're like, hey, this isn't that bad. We can do this. And from there we started writing our own music.
Now, who's older, Jennifer or Danielle?
I am Danielle.
Okay.
I'm 23 and she's 19.
Oh, wow.
We're not twins.
You guys are babies.
I know.
I love it.
I know we look
you now.
15.
I know, right? You do look younger. And, I think I was saying before we came on the air, obviously you have a lot of the same family resemblance. So it can even be, thought of as somebody coming new into your brand that you might even be twins. But, we joked around and said you guys are 3-year apart twins. So
exactly. We finish
really
each
good
other's
to be able to have that kind of family connection. Yeah. Absolutely love it. Now, Danielle, when you're out on the road and you're playing at these different gigs, do you feel as though you have to be a little bit more protective of your younger sister?
I mean, our mom is with us a lot of the times just because it is scary. I mean, going to a lot of these shows, and a lot of them are in bars. So since she is underage, it's nice to always have my mom there as well. But, it's scary, and I freak out when, there's people trying to talk to her. I'm like, no, you can't do that. It's bad.
How cute. I love it. I love it. Now, you know what? Let's talk about, just the latest music that you ladies been coming out with. Tell us about, how the feel has been for you, for the two of you, I should say, and the music that you've been creating recently.
The music that we've been creating recently is just basically, we kind of joke about it, but it's become more of a real thing lately that we started writing for our own therapy, and then when we perform the songs out, a lot of people have been coming up to us and saying that it has really helped them through things as well. And a lot of the songs, some of them are very emotional, and some of them are more happy. And it's just a process that we've been going through, and writing some more of the happier songs, and the upcoming EP that we're going to be releasing is just really going to show all of that emotion. And it's just, I think it's something that's going to be great for our fans, just to kind of see that emotion put to music.
And who's more of a contributor to what's been going on as far as writing the actual lyrics? Is it Danielle or Jennifer?
I guess it's both of us that write the lyrics,
it's
but
a combined effort.
Yeah, and then Danielle always says that she gets down like the melody of the song or the chords that are in the song, and then when she doesn't know what else to do, she calls me over and she says, "Help me," and then she calls it like tying it up in a bow, and the song's done. So we kind of just finish it. We help each other get through it.
You make up for what I can't do. We're a good team.
Well, you know what? That's what good partners do, but it's always great when it's, family that can do that for you, be that support system. I think it kind of propels you and keeps you going on a little bit of a different direction. When you don't have your family and friends kind of supporting what you do, it's almost lackluster, like you have to prove yourself. But when you're working together and you already have that team, I think that just makes it amazing. Do you think that has made a difference in your career when the two of you decided to start working together more instead of doing a lot of the projects separately?
I think that's made a huge difference. I mean, having Jen by my side through all this, I really couldn't have done it. I mean, there's, with this business, I mean, there's high highs and there's very low lows, and it's just a roller coaster of emotions that you go through, because at times it can be really hard. I mean, you're going to have those times when you feel like giving up and it's not worth it, but the times that you're on stage together and we're, harmonizing at our best and feeding off of each other's energy, just those are the moments that you live for. And having her by my side really has made it a great experience.
I love it. I love it. You guys have such a great story. I know, right? We're all grabbing tissues now. Great. Thanks, Danielle. Well, so how can we follow you on social media? If we want to be new fans of Danielle and Jennifer, how can we trend and follow you everywhere you are?
Well, we're on every social media site there is. We have the Instagram, that's Danielle and Jennifer. Facebook is Danielle and Jennifer, and then Twitter it's DANDJ_music, and Tumblr Danielle and Jennifer. But you can find all that at DanielleandJennifer.com.
Yeah, it's kind of the hub for everything. Just go to DanielleandJennifer.com and you'll find everything there. We're on Vivo. We're also on YouTube. So
awesome.
We're
now,
actually
the song that we have for you ladies. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine. I'm just saying you'll find everything at DanielleandJennifer.com.
Awesome. Now we have the song Radical Love for you ladies. Who would like to set that song up and tell us a little bit about what this song is about?
I guess, do you want me to do it or you want to do it, Jen? I don't want to be the older sister taking over.
Well, I guess the song, it's kind of about, if you have, someone that, your boyfriend, girlfriend, it's just your friends, if they don't approve of them, if your family doesn't approve of them, anything like that. That's kind of what this song is about, to, show that if you love them, you stick by their side and stand up for them no matter what. And we have a new EP coming out soon, which we're in the process of recording. But this song was actually written for us. So it was written by Sandy Linzer, who wrote Work My Way Back to You, Babe. He also wrote for Whitney Houston. So we're extremely happy to share this.
Awesome. Well, everyone, remember you can catch Danielle and Jennifer live at the showcase February 11th at Toshi's Living Room, 9 West 26th Street, New York City. Doors open at 7:30 p.m. This is for the Big Apple Indie Music Series. So we're going to play Radical Love, ladies, and we wish you great success and continued success for what you're doing, and have a great time at the Tbaims Showcase.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. All right.
So I met my wonder boy and then he met my girlfriend. And you know how that goes, friends can make you crazy. Whether what you see in the sky should just say goodbye. Are you gonna wait around until he leaves you hanging and crying to see? They just don't see what I see. He's got me captivated, elated, totally exhilarated. It's so radical love. When he holds me tight, I feel so free. I close my eyes and I can see that. It's so radical. Oh, it's so radical. It's such a radical love. Really got me going. Let me tell your girlfriend something. Better start believing. You're gonna wish that you were feeling what I'm feeling. So I really don't need no saving, and I really don't need to hear the really bad things you're saying about my boyfriend. Girl, I am feeling just right. I'll have him dreaming tonight. He's got me captivated, elated, totally exhilarated. It's so radical love. When he holds me tight, I feel so free. I close my eyes and I can see that. It's so radical. Oh, it's so radical. It's such a radical love. Just because it's different doesn't mean it isn't everything I need. If I never find a reason, I will still believe. So I met my wonder boy and he's got me captivated, elated, totally exhilarated. It's so radical love. When he holds me tight, I feel so free. I close my eyes and I can see that. It's so radical. Oh, it's so radical. It's such a radical love. Really got me going.
The exclusive Blacklist, February 12th, featuring delectable wines from African American wineries. Meet jazz legend Marcus Johnson and shoe crazy wines Gwen Hurt and others. Delicious food provided by our sponsor, Boss Chi Catering, as well as live jazz. February 12th at the picturesque Virginia War Memorial. Tickets are $75 for this historical and trailblazing event. Become a part of history. Get your tickets today at www.thevinewineclub.com or by calling 804-993-4130. You don't want to miss this.
This is Caprice Smith, your uncuffed living expert. I want to take a moment and speak to my women entrepreneurs. If you have your own business card in the name of your business, but you struggle when someone asks what it is you do, that is a problem. If you are not making money that's going to build your legacy and sustain your family, that is a problem. I invite you to hop on over to capricesmith.com, join my free newsletter, and while you're there, schedule your strategy session. I want to help you uncover some things that you should already know. I spent 20 years perfecting my craft, and I'm willing to share all of what I know with you today. If you're not living uncuffed, you're just not living. And if you're cuffed in your business, your clients will know that and they won't invest in you. So let's connect. Until next time, have an awesome day.
Most people are held captive by being an employee or self-employed. Heroes Academy helps break these chains that bind them. Our financial school has 2 courses of study. First, one for people who want to transition to become business owners, and a second for students who want to learn to become an investor. For more information, please go to heroacad.com.
And welcome back to the showcase. And you know what? Those ladies were so awesome, Danielle and Jennifer. So we're giving them another huge shout out for just being their amazing selves. Don't you just love women in music? That's right. This is Tbaims, guys. We are here with the Big Apple Indie Music Series. I am Letitia M., and I do have Jon Landers with me as well from Tbaims. We're talking about the showcase that is coming up February 11th. Jon, you excited about this showcase?
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a big one. It's the biggest one we've had so far. So, yep, 7 artists.
Absolutely. So, I know that there's always something going on with Tbaims. It's a lot of, it's a big organization. You're always gaining new sponsors and things like that. So, what can you tell us that's been going on, or can you give us some information that happened last month that was amazing at the showcase?
Well, last one was really quite a successful showcase. We had some VIPs from BMI there. Obviously, the founder of Reverb Nation, Lou Playa, had shown up. Always a good crowd of people there. Good industry people as well. And, we're getting approached by a lot of other people who want to get involved on a regular basis now. So it's almost at our choice to pick and choose who we'll decide to work with at this point. But there is a lot of stuff going on, which I can't go into detail yet. But
sure.
All good stuff. It's all good stuff.
I know that this is going to be what's been going on so far has already just been amazing for your brand and for the services that you have to offer. Some people don't know that, they can actually come in for a session where they can just do a demo listening session. Would you like to give the people who may not know much about that some information on that now?
Yeah, actually that's true. We do have what we call a demo listening session that anyone who's attending that night can still be involved with, and that simply is for $20 you can get a direct listening session with any of the A&Rs that are there that night, and there are quite a few that would come in every month. Direct one-on-one with your iPod or your tablet or smartphone and headphones and earplugs, and have them listen to some of your material and get a direct feedback on your material. And sometimes that can turn into something that they want to work with you. We don't guarantee it, but it's something worth the effort. No one else is doing that, and it's a very nice, intimate way to actually have a one-on-one with these professional people that we bring in. And if you look at our website, we do have a partial list of those A&R people that we do bring in. And it's not just a list of names. They are a link to their profiles and shows you who they really are and not made-up names. So, we try to keep this business as transparent as we can. Something refreshing to the industry, I'm sure.
I think it is. I think that it is definitely refreshing, and anyone who is new to this type of industry, I think, would be able to agree, because they don't see this kind of assistance and help that comes from someone who's just putting together the showcase. You're making them a family and making sure that they are getting the right type of business once they leave you. And stay with you, I should say, because they don't really leave you. They always come back. So many different names that I can say that, I've seen come back through and be able to continue to support what Tbaims does. So it's definitely a great organization to align yourself with if you're in the industry. So I think that this is a refreshing take on it.
And of course, what we always suggest to our artists who come to perform is that, don't just stop from the performance. Come back and just attend, because if you network with us, you'll meet people, all new people every time. And not only that, but we do encourage you to meet with other artists and see if there's a collaboration with the other artists, because that's all
Absolutely.
part of the creative process.
Absolutely, yeah. This is the best place to come and just network and just sit in the room and just find new partners in business. So definitely a great way to explain that, Jon. Now, I know we have, like I said, a ton of artists, and I know they're like, when am I next? When am I next? So we do have our next artist up.
Yep.
And I, you know what? He's told me his last name 1,000 times, so I'm blowing him kisses now for Remy Gautreau.
Yes,
Whoop,
it is.
whoop.
You got it right.
I said it. Okay.
You got it.
And he is such a handsome young man. I can't wait to bring him on so that he can tell us a little bit about himself. So, hey, Remy, how's it going today?
Hey, guys. Thank you so much for having me on. This is really exciting.
Awesome. Now, the first thing I want to know is, do you have that blue guitar? Are you going to be bringing it to the showcase?
This performance is going to be to backing track, so I will not be doing the acoustic set, but I do a lot of acoustic stuff around the New York City area. So if you want to see that, definitely keep me posted.
Okay. I'm a little spoiled sometimes, so sometimes I get what I want, and I don't see that I'm going to get this, so I'm going to drop it right now. But, Remy, you know what? Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? Where did your humble beginnings start?
Well, I am from Westchester, New York, and White Plains. And I grew up listening to music. I didn't have an iPod until like early high school, so I grew up listening to only things that my dad played around the house, and he was a huge music fan, songwriter himself. So that means I was listening to like a lot of the Beatles, a lot of Sam Cooke, a lot of Ray Charles, a lot of doo-wop and all that stuff. And so that's where I got my music roots. And then as I got older, I kind of fell into John Mayer and eventually Kanye West and Chris Brown and guys like that who are more contemporary, and that's kind of shaped my music now, and I'm just always looking to do something new in the pop field, and looking to break out and do something really cool with pop music. So.
I have to go back to what you said because I'm so tickled pink, and it just shows, we were talking about senior moments earlier, Jon, and this kid said, I didn't get an iPod until I was in high school. So that just that just tickles me right there. So, no, that just goes to show the way the technology is. I mean, I didn't get an iPod until I was I got it when it first came out, but I was still already in my 20s by that point. So, that just tickles me to death.
Not to be ashamed of by any means.
And I'm not going to say how old I was when I got the first iPod. I just won't go there. When I went to high school, we didn't know what that was.
Right, an iPod in high school. Anywho, so so basically, it sounds like you have a really good old soul because of the music that your father listened to and was able to kind of bring you into something different than that was just playing on the radio, which is good because then you get to hone your craft based off of what you like and not what's trending. Right.
I mean, it's really great because I kind of had this really cool background, and also, it's kind of exciting for me to, discover all this music that was kind of outside of what I was listening to at home, and I think, that excitement of all these new sounds, new people still making music, it's like a really exciting thing for me, and it's definitely just made this whole trip like really exciting. So.
Absolutely, and I'm glad to hear that. It's definitely about the journey, and shouldn't be about the money or the fame or anything like that. It should just be for your love of the experience and what you're doing. It sounds like, just from what you were doing younger and to this point, you're really growing into the type of artist you want to be. Now, if you had to tell someone, about experiencing this journey in just a few words, who may just be starting this journey, what can you give them to look forward to?
Well, I just think as long as you first off, you gotta love what you're doing. I think that's definitely a essential part of making music is you gotta love the kind of music you make, and also that you will get better over time. I remember when I was starting out and I was just playing acoustic stuff and learning how to write songs on just the guitar, and then that grows. You expand into garage band, and then you get your first recording kind of ideas, and you start working on that, and then you expand to Logic, and you expand to Pro Tools, and when I listen to my music that I was making 8 years ago, and compared to what I'm putting out now, what I'm looking to put out in the coming months, and it's just like it makes you laugh because like I can't believe that's what I was putting out back then, and then so definitely keep working at what you're doing, and that you will see growth, and you'll be proud to see how far you've come when you get to where you want to be.
Absolutely, Remy. Love it, love it, love it. That's a great way to kind of break that down to somebody, because they have to know you have to mature into this business. You can't come in here thinking that you're going to be a platinum recording artist your first track. It's definitely about the maturity and the growth. Or everybody can be a one-hit wonder. Somebody can always find that diamond in the rough, but it's about the longevity in this business. So I definitely love your answer. And now, just kind of taking it back to the fun side, what would you say is probably one of your most memorable or fun performances that you've done?
One of my most memorable performances, I did a performance with a good friend of mine who's a DJ and a producer, and I've always I love doing my acoustic sets, but it was one of my really first experiences, kind of being free without the guitar, not having to stand behind the mic and kind of with my trapped my hands on the guitar, and this show was my first time where I got to do hip hop. I got to do like some real hip hop. I got to do some rapping. I got to do some dancing. I got to do some real cool Chris Brown, Michael Jackson kind of stuff, and we got to combine all of my interests. So we did like a performance at school, and we were doing things like from Kanye West. We do like a Kanye West medley, and then go into a John Mayer song, and then from John Mayer song go to the Beatles song, and then maybe go to original song, and then jump to a Weekend song, and the crowd was just like loving the changes and loving all the references we were making, and it was just really exciting to kind of see that really excited feverish energy from an audience that you don't necessarily get when you perform like an acoustic set, and it was just like super thrilling, and the direction I've kind of begun moving as I transition now into new music. So that was definitely one of my most exciting concerts for sure.
Awesome. It sounds like you guys had a great time. It was like a big hodgepodge party of so much different things going on that, it's no way that anybody can stay in their seats during that kind of performance. Yeah,
it was super exciting. So.
Awesome. I absolutely love it. Now, you know what? How can we follow you on social media and get to know more about you, Remy, and so that we can keep up with your upcoming performances as well?
Right. Well, I'm on social media. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, facebook.com/isthatremy, Remy. And then Twitter and Instagram is that Remy. So that's ISTHATREMY, is that Remy. And that's basically all of my social media. If you need to find me, you can just look that up, and I'll be there.
Amazing. Now, the song that I have for you is All Night Long. Tell us a little bit about this song. Set it up for us.
Yeah. So this basically is kind of like it's a pop club record, I'm thinking, and it's basically meeting a girl at the bar, and she's with someone else, and but you get the vibe that she's just he's not interested in her, she's not interested in him, and you're saying, this is an opportunity for you to say, I could be better, I could be a better man to you, I can, and worst comes to worst, I could just show you a good time. So that's what the song is all about, and it's got a nice hook, catchy sing along. So and it's for free to download. If you go and check me out online, it's all for free to download. So first single from my new EP. So.
Awesome. So we are definitely looking forward to seeing you this upcoming February 11th. Everyone, so remember, get there at 7:30 p.m. Toshi's Living Room, 9 West 26th Street in New York City. And do you have any other upcoming performances that you would like to shout out while you're here?
I have a lot of online projects that I'm releasing, so I have a bunch of new music videos coming up from singles from my EP, which is going to be dropping in a couple months. So stay tuned for that stuff. I'm all over social media, so be aware of that.
Amazing. And everyone, we also want you to follow us on Spreaker. Spreaker is our portal to iHeartRadio. So you want to go to Spreaker, search Letitia McDougal. I know that's like complicated McDougal, right? And you'll be able to hear this show repeat if you missed any of it. But you know what? We're going to take another commercial break and listen to all night long. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Thanks, guys.
Absolutely.
Tell me what you're doing hanging on somebody's arm. Don't you know that doing you won't do you no harm? I can tell you the type of girl who don't care while nobody thinks. Don't let him act like he's the man, 'cause he's over here buying you drinks. Got a place to go and nobody has to know. And we can take it slow and just sing this song, baby, all night long. Just you and me, and nobody got to see. Now let me set you free, and we can sing this song, baby, all night long. Like na 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 na. Sing this song right. I see the issue, girl, it keeps it superficial. He just wanted to take you out. I can tell he doesn't know what you're about. So baby, make your way on down to my end of the bar. Give me a chance to show you just how far you are. Got a place to go and nobody has to know. And we can take it slow and just sing this song, baby, all night long. Just you and me, and nobody got to see. Now let me set you free, and we can sing this song, baby, all night long. Like na 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 baby girl, don't make a sound. Keeping it freaky, know you like it when we're sneaking around. Just move a little closer, show me how you get down. Maybe I can hit you up when I get back in town. And I know that you're not in it for the free booze, and I know that soon enough you make the right move. 'Cause 30 minutes in, half a bottle of gin, and we make our way back to the bathroom. And people knocking on the door, but we don't let them in. And it's a race to the finish, but I'll probably win. I've never been much of a marathon man. Give me a minute and I swear it's on down. Got a place to go and nobody has to know. And we can take it slow and just sing this song, baby, all night long. Just you and me, and nobody got to see. Now let me set you free, and we can sing this song, baby, all night long. Like na 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 na
To all of my female entrepreneurs, it's time to expand your region and business profits. Are you networking in the same locale and doing the same guest list over and over? Do you find your colleagues are referring new business and its clients that you already have in your portfolio? Are you industry stagnant? And are your social groups and events filled with the same people? If you answer yes to just one of these questions, it's time to expand internationally. You are cordially invited to petition for attendance to an all-female, exclusive, and private event featuring the power of 52 women, the East Coast International Business Symposium, hosted by rockstar entrepreneur and international business consultant Erica A. Murray and multimedia distributor and expert Letitia M., and moderator Ms. Joan Henry of the Women's Entrepreneur Expo, beginning February 28, 2015 in Baltimore, Maryland, March 28th in New York, April 18th in Washington, D.C., May the 23rd in Atlanta, Georgia, June the 20th in Boston, Massachusetts, and September, Africa. If you are serious about your business, don't miss this event. Go to 3ws.thepowerof52women.com for more information. Once again, go to 3ws.thepowerof52women.com and register today. This is an event you don't want to miss.
Hi, this is Benita with Off the Vine. Join us on Fridays at 3 o'clock for Fun Talk About Wine. This season, I'm going to put this little sommelier certification to work as we expand the conversation to talk about beer and spirits too. Meet more exciting special guests, and you never know just who may show up at the studio. Off the Vine with Benita on the May We Help You Radio Network, giving you something to whine about.
Incarceration doesn't just affect the one behind bars. It affects everyone. Here's your chance to let others know that being locked up leaves others locked down on the outside, emotionally, economically, and spiritually. We want to know how you feel. Go to www.lovelockdownseries.com and make your creative voice heard. lovelockdownseries.com. We are listening.
And welcome back to Tbaims. Such an amazing show today. Just having a great time here on the Big Apple Indie Music Series. I'm your host, Letitia M. I'm also joined by host Jon Landers. Jon, how is it going up north? You know I'm a little south now, so I don't get all of that harsh, unwelcome weather.
Oh, my
How's
gosh.
the weather?
We have, well, all the schools in Connecticut are closed today because of the snow. We've been having snow since last night into, actually tonight into part of tomorrow morning, I think.
I don't envy that.
We're getting slammed. I mean, it's white. I'll tell you that much. It's a winter wonderland if you like it. I'm looking forward to my little trip to Florida very soon. So, but otherwise, yeah, it's for skiers. It's great.
But for you, not so much. Yeah, it's so funny. I had a client who recently took a trip to Florida. She just got back not too long ago. She said she thinks it's going to take her about 30 days to kind of get back into the flow of this is where I live. After taking that nice vacation. I think it is harder to kind of get back into the swing of, hey, I live in snow. So, I definitely can understand what you're saying about, you can take it or leave it and can't wait to go on your own vacation.
True. We all need a vacation every so often. So I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Now, everyone who is listening in the Big Apple Indie Music Series is this February 11th. So we definitely want to see you out in the place that is on Wednesday. So come on out. 7:30 p.m. is when the doors open. You definitely want to be there on time so that you can get a great seat and you're not part of that standing-only crowd. Now, that's going to be at Toshi's Living Room, 9 West 26th Street, New York City. And we've talked about, the basics of the listening session that you have now. Being a part of the showcase, you definitely want to make sure that you are submitting your application to Talent Army or, that you're signed up to Reverb Nation and that you have also video to go along with who you are so that, you can not only show your talent in music style, but you can also show what kind of performer you are. Has this really changed how, the type of performers you've been receiving for Tbaims?
Oh, yes. When we first started, I was still learning the industry myself, and I would, listen to some studio recordings of artists and thought, oh, they sound great. They'd come on stage and start singing, and like, oh, did I pick that one? So, again, what we do now is, because we don't like auto-tune. Auto-tune is not an option for us any longer. So what we need to do is we have any submission is either live video recordings, live video tapings, etc., or they have to audition live via Skype. So we can see that they have a good stage presence, they can engage the audience very well, and they can sing on key. That's so important.
So basically what you're saying is so that you're not getting a me on a stage. I'm great at karaoke.
Well, that's why I don't perform. I mean, I'm a songwriter, but I wouldn't perform. I know I'm the worst singer. I'm the first to admit it, so why even try? I can write and compose, but singing, don't think so. I'll stay with my day job.
No, don't think so.
Yeah.
Well, we have a great artist coming up next with us as well. And, I had the opportunity to be able to talk with him before, and we've been emailing back and forth. So I'm definitely looking forward to this interview with Angel Rodriguez. Hello, Angel. How's it going today?
I am well. Thank you. Thank you guys for having me. It is a great honor to be on the show. Again, This is my second time appearing, and I'm pretty stoked. I'm excited. This time I'm actually bringing my little sister to do the vocals because she's in a couple of the songs I wrote, so she'll be doing the vocals live. So her first show will be this showcase. How's that for your first show? I was like, no pressure.
And let me explain that, because Angel performed for us back in June of 2013, originally at the Gibson Guitar Studios when we started our showcases back then. And I had promised him to bring him back. I know it took a while, but because at that particular night, the sound engineer just wasn't on spot, and it didn't make everybody sound as good as they could have. And I promised everyone that at that event that we'll bring you back in and make it up to you. So it took me a while, but here you are. And it's a much nicer venue anyway, so we're good to go, I think.
And after just reading what you have here on Tbaims, Angel, I see that Tbaims was your first feature performance. So now you're making this your sister's first feature performance. So that, I think that's amazing that you're kind of bringing her back to where you even got started.
Yeah, it's full circle. It should be fun. She was scared. She's like, dude, I don't want to do that. I'm like, just do what we do at home. Just do what we did at the studio. It'll be fine. She's like, but there's people there. I'm like, don't worry. That's all right. It's
close her eyes and be fantastic.
Just jump, and and that's kind of how I treat it. That just jump in. I'm stoked. I get nervous just like everybody else, but I'm one of those people that if something scares me, I go for it even harder. You know what I mean? I'm actually very shy.
Absolutely.
So I'm a shy person, but yet here I am. I'm talking on the radio show. I'm doing music. I'm doing talk shows. I do things that put me in a position to face my fear. I did mixed martial arts fighting. Like, I've done everything that puts me in the most vulnerable position to face what I'm afraid of. And that's how I treat life. Like I said, you wouldn't know it, but I'm actually very timid. I'm a very timid person, but hey, this is the path I chose.
And you know what? And I would not know it. You're such a wonderful guy, and you just seem so humbled. And I know, from a recommendation from Jon, especially if you get an invitation to come back, then he really enjoyed you. And so I know that the audience that's going to be out there Wednesday is going to enjoy you as well. Now, let's just pretend this is the first time and, that the audience didn't get to talk to you before. So let's just find out a little bit about you. Where are you originally from?
I never know how to answer that question because, I was born in Puerto Rico, but I grew up in the South Bronx. So when people ask me that, I'm like, well, Puerto Rican, South Bronx. I'm from PR, but I grew up in the Bronx. So if you want to talk about what shaped me, the Bronx shaped me, So, I live in Queens now, but I still am pretty much a guy that grew up in the South Bronx, And, I was kind of like that nerdy, quiet kid, always getting picked on. You go through transitions in life, and, here we are, I do the music. You guys were just talking about this, singing. There's a reason why my sister is doing the hooks and doing the vocals. Jon just touched on it, right? Some of us just can't sing. I can't sing. I have the spirit, and I can come up with the melodies. Everything she's gonna perform, I wrote. I wrote the melodies. I wrote it all, but I can't do it. For the life of me, I can't get it out. And I recognize that.
I know that feeling.
Exactly. You got to know where your strengths are, right? You got to know where your strengths are.
Yes. I recognize that I cannot hold the key. The last showcase I had singers with me as well because I can't sing, but I could write and I can perform them as hip hop. So I said, you know what, I can't sing. So since I can't sing, but I write, and this is the things that you'll hear are my real stories. They're things that come from my life. They're not, I'm not going to be talking about bottles and, drugs. And the things I'm talking about is real stuff. real things about my real life, not fantasy. So that's why I perform it. You know what I mean? Like I probably don't have the best. I've been told, right? I've been told that I don't look like a rapper. I don't look like a hip hop guy. I'm like, dude, you rap? You know, I've gone to shows, and when I get on stage, people will be like, what was that? Because they didn't expect that from me. You know,
but isn't that what you enjoy about being an indie artist? Is that you don't have to be in a conform of what the industry dictates you should look like and be like because you are an independent artist?
No, absolutely, and I always ask these folks when somebody comes up to me and says, Angel, yo, you look like a business guy. You know, you look like you belong in an office. What are you doing trying to do rap? You're never going to make it in this industry, you know. And I say, so hold up. What are you telling me? I question what that means. Does that mean that because I'm a responsible adult, I'm being a responsible adult who basically went and got I had to get a job. You know, so I had to get an office job. I had to get a job. I had to do something to feed, my child and take care of my family. Are you telling me that my being responsible is bad image? What how does that work? You know what I mean? Like, so it brings up these questions where I've gotten into heated debates with people where they say, well, you don't have the image. I'm like, what is the image? What are you saying to me? You know, do I have to promote a lifestyle that I don't live, that, to convince people that, oh, I'm cool enough to listen to? Come on. You know, my perspective is I'm a responsible adult, and how is that not the right image? You know, I don't get that aspect of it sometimes, where you're kind of being told that. Go ahead.
What I like is that you're following your passion, and that's so important.
Right. I mean.
Well, I think even standing even on top of that, just thinking about what you're saying. You had to get a job to be able to support your family, pay your bills, and continue to do what you want to do. Now, let's look at the business end of that. You know, are you managing yourself? Do you have a staff that's helping you with your promotion and things like that? How are you running the business end of your music career?
I am the everything of my career. I have a trusted producer that I work with when I'm going to record. So this one, my go-to guy, I go to him. But everything that happens in every aspect of what I do, I don't just do music. I run a pretty successful lifestyle magazine. I do a social issues talk show. I do a lot, and everything I do is on me.
Let me ask you,
this is the
Andrew.
one good thing.
No,
Sorry?
go ahead.
So this is the one positive thing about getting laid off recently from work, that I have time to focus on these things. I've done TV. Sometimes these guys from the television stations reach out to me like, Angel, we're considering bringing you in for a role. Who's your agent? I'm like, me. I'm my agent. I don't, everything goes through me. I don't know if I'm doing it the right way. I'm relatively new to all this stuff, but I'm just running with it. So
but
everything
you are doing it, and that's what I wanted to get to. See, and that's what I enjoy about what you're saying and the drive that you have. I don't want you to think I'm picking on you, because I'm actually excited for you. Because I want you to tell people the importance of knowing the back end of their music business. How important is it to know what everything needs to be responsible, how all of these engines run, so if you do hire somebody, you know what they're supposed to be doing. I definitely want you to tell people about that.
Well, it's like I said, if you in my case, I feel like if you want something to get done correctly, you have to do it yourself. I don't like relying on other people. I mean, I'm not big enough where I have to at this point. Maybe one day I will have no choice where I have to say, oh, man, I'm going to require assistance from folks. But I'll know if they're doing things correctly or not, because I know what I expect myself to do, so I would expect you to do the same thing. If you I'm going to go ahead and say this. I was actually one of the guys who missed the conference, right? If there were strenuous circumstances there. I actually recently lost my dad, and because of that, things came up on that day that were totally beyond my control, and I was very embarrassed about it. I felt bad, because that's not my work ethic, But I put it in John's hands. I said, "Look, man, whatever you do, I'm going to respect it because I recognize that you had the requirement and I didn't make it. So I understand that. You know what I'm saying? So if he would have said, Angel, we can't put you on the show, I would have been fine with that because that's the way business is. I wouldn't take it personal. If
but
let
me add something, Angel. Family always comes first. If I had known that, you would not have been an issue whatsoever. So no worries on that one.
No,
family,
I totally appreciate it.
Yeah.
I totally appreciate it, and again, just thinking in terms of just as a responsible adult, there was a requirement. I didn't meet it. So as a reasonable, responsible adult, I would understand whatever the result would have been, right? You respect that because that's what it is. So what we're talking about in terms of if I hired someone and they came at me with the same kind of scenario, I'd understand, but it would have to be strenuous circumstances, not like I overslept. I was out drinking. I was out drinking too much. So, I missed the call. I was out drinking. I was hungover. I'm sorry, my bad. Well, that's not the same as, my pops died. You know what I mean? So,
Angel, let me ask you this, though. What advice would you give somebody right now who is trying to manage their own business? What can you tell them to just kind of give them the heads up on what they need to expect?
Well, it's a lot of work. You have to be on your hustle, and just handle everything responsibly. If you do give any tasks to someone else, stay on top of it because this is one of the things I wanted to touch on. Notice a lot of the artists right now, they're broke because somebody mismanaged their money or somebody took their money. Not only artists, fighters, movie stars, because they trusted someone to handle their finances and their responsibilities, and they weren't hands-on. So I'm not saying micromanage, especially when you get at a major level, but you do want to keep an eye on things. You also want, you want to stay involved. You want to know what's going on. Don't trust people to just, take care of everything and that they will always have your best interests at heart. I guess is the main thing that this is what I've seen from looking at the other artists. Like I was just watching a Mike Tyson interview, and he said something similar. People stealing from you left and right. Well, man, if someone's stealing from you, you should know. You got to keep an eye on that stuff. So my advice: stay involved. If you have to hand things off, hand them off, but always always look at a snapshot, see what's going on. By no means am I an expert. I'm just an indie artist out here. But I've studied other people who were in positions where it fascinates me that these guys were so huge and they just completely lost everything because of people stealing from them. So it's just mind blowing to me, and I would never want that to happen to me.
Absolutely.
Good point.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, you know what, Angel, tell us how we can follow you and support you and just look forward to more music from you as well. How can we follow you on social media?
I'm going to the simplest way, because I have so much crap going on, angelr.me. If you go to www.angelr.me, that will be like a portal to all my different worlds, and all my social media is there. Everything is there. Probably the simplest way to find me, angelr.me.
Awesome. Now, we do have the song That's My Dad. Set that song up for us right now.
Ooh, that one. You guys chose that one. I'm at this on Wednesday will be my first time performing this live, and this was written for my dad. Half of it was written while he was still here. So I started writing this song while my dad was ill, from a perspective of, my pops is sick and it's terminal, and then the second half was written, I finished it when he was gone. So it's a very, very hard song for me to write. It was a very, very hard song to record. We had to stop every time because I kept crying in between the recording. So this is a very, very personal song. And I felt like it probably wasn't a good idea to do it live because it will be my first time ever doing this, and I don't know how I'm going to respond, but I want to do it to honor my pops. So I'm just, it'll be one of the songs. The only song I'll be performing by myself. The other songs I'll be doing that night will be with my little sister, and this is as as raw and personal as it gets. It was even more powerful, but I had a lot of language in there that wasn't appropriate, so I changed it up a bit because I wanted it to be clean. Because when I wrote this, I was angry. You understand? I was really, really angry and hurt, and so it was just this raw, raging emotion coming out of me, and I used a lot of strong language, and you may be able to tell here and there where I switched them up, but I changed them to words where it's family friendly.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? We're glad that you came out with a more radio clean version for this, so that you'll definitely be able to share it on the showcase. And we're definitely looking forward to sharing that experience with you. It's when something comes from that deep from you, it's always going to be laid out really great, and I'm sure the audience is going to walk away better for being able to spend that time with you and your sister, and with this type of song. So I know that Jon and the rest of the Tbaims family is going to be looking forward to seeing you there. And let's just tell them where it's going to be at one more time. So that's February 11th, Toshi's Living Room, 9 West 26th Street, and this is going to be in New York City. The doors, remember, guys, they open at 7:30 p.m. You want to see Angel? You want to have a really good seat for this? Definitely try to be there on time. I had no problem with parking because I was there early and on time. So I definitely want to make sure that you guys get out there in a much timely fashion. So, Angel, it's definitely just been a pleasure hanging out with you. Actually,
Likewise,
you know what?
you.
And let's see here. We got Jay Drew. He says that you sound original. You sound like yourself. So he says great style and sounds. You put your family and himself first rather than the lifestyle of work. And his positive attitude is why you will be successful. Hello, Jay Drew. Thanks so much for commenting. Definitely love it. We love it to see comments coming into the chat.
Appreciate that.
So we are going to play That's My Dad, followed by a commercial break. Anything else you want to leave us with, Angel, before you go?
No, I that's exactly what I want. I want people to see I'm real. I'm real. I don't. One of my songs is called They Say I Need an Image, but my image is no good. You know what I mean? I keep it real. So this is who I am, and I appreciate that comment because it's exactly what I want. I want people to see that you could be real and still do hip hop and do what you want to do. So thank you, and thank you guys again for having me. Jon, thank you, man. You're the man, and I'll see you Wednesday.
Look forward to it, Angel. Thanks very much. Take care.
All right, guys, this is That's My Dad, Angel Rodriguez. We'll see you on the other side.
I've never experienced real loss. I thought that I was strong and it wouldn't affect me the way it has. But we're only human. I've got so much on my mind, monopolizing all my time. It's a crime, gotta let it out, can keep this all inside. Finally realize it ain't weak to stop the lies. Kill the pride on my mind, let out a sigh, start to cry. I'm high, I'm just so numb, the waking hours passing by. I'm staring at the clock, the numbers fade before my eyes. Tears and I fight the thoughts of suicide. Eyes closed, 6 feet under, look, everything's alright. I'm trying to keep it sane, no, I'm blessed, can lose my mind. Spill it on the paper, fight the pain, bleed on the lines. Lyrical defense, write the words to ease my mind. Do this once again, beat those demons all the time. Back when life was simple, not a worry on my mind. Smile put on the mask, had the ache and I deny. The truth is so real and there's nowhere left to hide. Shed the tears, say I love you, I'll always keep you by my side. I love you, Dad. You're gone from the world, but you ain't from my heart. I'll always keep you near, never really fall apart. You're gone from the world, but you ain't from my heart. I'll always keep you near, never really fall apart. You're gone from the world, but you ain't from my heart. I'll always keep you near, never really fall apart. You're gone from the world, but you ain't from my heart. I'll always keep you near, never really fall apart. That's my dad. He had his faults, broken promises, spending months in jail, had no guy, no education. Man, the dude was talented, just from a generation. They didn't know much better, his money went to heroin. My father, yeah, he always came around, but my mama, she's the one who held it down. She put him in his place, hear him scream, I lose my mind. Why they fight like this? Corruption forms inside my mind. Now she kicked him out, it's nothing new, just a regular. Daddy's on the couch, on the street, it's whatever. Such a bright mind, cleaned it up later in life. Saw him through the struggles, never giving up the fight. Working day and night, redirect to make it right. It took a great man, you fought back, recovered life. Sad to say goodbye, but I'm happy that we spoke. Hate to see you go, but I'm happy that you know I love you. You gone from the world, but you ain't from my heart. I'll always keep you near, never really fall apart. You're gone from the world, but you ain't from my heart. I'll always keep you near, never really fall apart. You're gone from the world, but you ain't from my heart. I'll always keep you near, never really fall apart. You're gone from the world, but you ain't from my heart. I'll always keep you near, never really fall apart.
You know, you kept smiling to the very end. A man's man. You wouldn't show me any weakness. And you wouldn't. I wouldn't either. That's the kind of relationship we had. That's how it was. For real.
You gone from the world, but you ain't from my heart. I'll always keep you near, never really fall apart. You're gone from the world, but you ain't from my heart. I'll always keep you near, never really fall apart. You're gone from the world, but you ain't from my heart. I'll always keep you near, never really fall apart. You're gone from the world, but you ain't from my heart. I'll always keep you near, never really fall apart.
Are you frustrated, disappointed, discouraged with your life? Are you angry with God? What's holding you back from fulfilling your purpose? Are you struggling as a leader in ministry? Do you believe you have an end-time calling? If you answered yes to any of these questions, tune in to The Waymakers on MWHY Radio Network every other Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are here to support you. Join us to get the answers that will prepare the way of the Lord in your life.
If you're the parent of a child with behavioral challenges that has been suspended, expelled, or just not able to make it in a traditional school setting, there is an alternative. Call the Metropolitan Day School today. Licensed and accredited grades K through 12. Call 804-321-2595. Financial assistance and after-school programs are available. Let's turn this school year around right now at the Metropolitan Day School, where Eagles soar. Call Ms. Thomas today. 804-321-2595.
Hey, this is Coffee Black, coming through to bring you the latest in sports, celebrity, and entertainment news. Here's the sip this week. So, Bobby Christina remains in the fight of her life, but it looks like her husband/brother Nick Gordon may have caused some of the injuries before she was found. So, police were called. Nick allegedly started to clean up bloodstains. I don't like the way this is going, but moving on. Dwayne Wade and Gabby Union may not actually be married. Yeah, they had the ceremony, but reportedly there's no marriage license on file. Where they at, though? Lastly, it sucks to not be Beyonce. In this case, Lettucey. Lettucey played Mahalia Jackson in the film Selma, and apparently Beyonce was chosen to sing the Selma song instead of Lettucey at the Grammys. Say what you want, it sucks to not be Beyonce. I'm just saying. Make sure you check out my site, thesipwithcoffeeblack.com, and tune in next week to The Sip with Coffee Black. No sugar, no cream.
And welcome back to the Big Apple Indie Music Series. I am your host, Letitia McDougall, joined by the wonderful Jon Landers, co-founder of Tbaims, the Big Apple Indie Music Series. So, Jon, we have talked to some amazing artists that's going to be a part of the showcase. We have some more to go, but we definitely, just want to thank everyone who has been on the showcase with us so far. I know that you go through a good screening process to be able to find some of this amazing talent, but I almost want to call you guys selfish. It seems like y'all are holding all of the talent to yourselves. What's going on over there?
Oh, well, no, I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of talent, but it's different levels. And again, we're not going to just limit it to the top, because eventually what we want to do is also mentor the other artists to get them ready for this showcase. So there's going to be more things coming in the future that will help, educate these artists and provide them the right services and education to get them to that level, because we are collaborating with a lot of other organizations that will do that for them, that we'll be adding to this whole program. So it's really about the music and being an international language, and I personally believe that music can make a difference in the world, to make it a better place for everyone. That's the goal. So we can't limit it to just the top notch, but everyone's got talent. Everyone has something to say, and it's the matter in how they say it. And again, be open-minded. I'm reaching out to those artists who think they can sing well. They might be tone deaf, which they may not know. But if given the right criticism and say, well, you're not singing on key, either take that and learn from it, or provide that your talent on music to someone who can sing it in key. It's not, you don't have to be the only one performing it, and that's where I'm grateful to have those artists that perform my music. So, it's not, you still can be creative and you can still offer something to the world in terms of what you have to say, but maybe let someone else do it for you that can do it better for you.
And I think that is exactly what you guys stand for, and how you're creating such a positive movement with so many different people. This is going to really change a lot of different people's lives, and has changed a lot of people's lives. So I am just excited for you. Even as we were getting off the air and we were talking to Angel, and we told him, that the person who was talking to him live, they're already communicating, and, it's just a way for them to be able to be closer to their followers, new fans, and people just finding respect for the type of musical talent that each one of these people have. So just looking forward to just continuing to do this. I'm loving it. And, just speaking of artists, we do have another artist waiting for us.
Yes, we do.
That we would love to bring on because, like we said, this was a jam-packed day today. So we have on the line with us Just B Polo. So, hey, Just B, how's it going today?
Hey, how are you? Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Love the name. First off, let's even just go back to the name before I even introduce you any further. The name Just B Polo, where does that come from for you?
Admittedly, I didn't make it up. I had a friend growing up in high school, and he actually called himself Just B Keenan. And when I started making music, I needed a name, and we were discussing it, and I liked the idea of being yourself, so just be yourself. And my last name is Bellomo, so that's where the B comes from. And my first name is Marco, so I kind of did a play with Marco Polo.
Ah.
Yeah. We had a deal, actually, that if anyone asked me where my name came from, I had to admit that he made it up. So.
Got you. So give that shout out to him one more time. Let's hear where the idea came from.
Yeah, thank you, Just B Keenan, for the name. I appreciate that.
I love your twist on the Marco Polo. How unique is that? That's crazy. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? Where did you spend most of your time at growing up?
I was born and raised in Long Island. I grew up in a little town called Seaford. I grew up in a very musical house. My mom, who music runs her world, she works in the music industry and stuff, which was good because she had to stay current with new music and every genre. So growing up, she introduced me to everything, every genre, every artist, and she was really open. If I liked something, no matter what it was, she was open with me listening to it, and was just really accepting of the style of music I liked growing up.
Very nice, very nice. And what made you decide to go from being just a lover of music to knowing that you needed to perform this? This needed to come from you as well.
Well, I've been writing music since as long as I can remember. I remember writing songs at 8 years old, and them they weren't my first songs, so I don't even know when I started writing music. But I always knew I wanted to be a musician, but I had stage fright growing up. that ended recently.
Really?
So when I was like a senior in high school, I decided to basically overcome the stage fright and start performing, and from there that was my goal.
Wow. And you know what? Getting over stage fright, deciding to be that performer and step out on that stage, that is a huge decision. Like kind of play that scenario to someone who might be going through what you went through in high school, to be able to overcome that. What kind of advice would you give somebody to be able to overcome stage fright to be the performer that they need to be?
My advice would just, it sounds kind of cliche, but you just have to do it. No matter how you feel, you just have to do it. I was in chorus in high school, and I never did a solo or anything. And then in my senior year, my chorus teacher actually forced me to do a solo. She said I didn't audition for the solo, and then when she announced that I got it, it was kind of like a shock to me. But I talked to her after class, and she was like, nope, you've been too shy for too long, and during that concert you're going to go out and you're going to do it, and you have no other choice. So I definitely had to push, but yeah, if I could give any advice, it's to just go out and just do it no matter how you feel, and it's going to go out great. Especially if you're talented, it's going to come out great no matter what.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know what? One of the other artist that was on the show, he's actually now in the chat room. He said we all get stage fright, and I talked to an artist. I think, John, you might even remember this interview. This was a couple of months back, and I was asking the artist, how is he still get the butterflies and still get nervous? And he said, you're not a really good performer. You're only fooling yourself if you don't admit that you get nervous every time you go to perform. It's just how you handle it. You have to hype yourself up.
Right.
You have to put it to the side, because if you're not nervous, then you're not truly excited about what you're about to do. So keep a little bit of that edge to it. Just don't make it overcome you that you can't perform. So I'm glad that you were able to kind of push those nerves to the side and get out there and do what you had to do. And now look at you, ready to come out there and hang out with the big boys at Tbaims.
Right. Yeah.
Love it.
I've definitely come a long way, and you're absolutely right that everyone gets nervous. Even today I get nervous, but it's just a matter of letting it stop you or not.
I don't think there's an artist out there that doesn't get nervous, no matter how successful they are getting up on stage.
Right.
I'll tell you, it's just how they handle it. That's that difference in how they get through it.
Absolutely,
exactly.
Absolutely. Now, just thinking about when it comes to performing and performances that you've had in the past. I know I've asked this question to some of the other artists, but I definitely want to hear your take on it. What would you say is probably your most memorable or thus far favorite performance that you've done?
My most memorable was probably this summer. I performed in Atlanta for the International Music Conference.
Okay.
And I actually, it was a showcase, but also a competition. There were judges there, and they judged everyone on their stage performance and their song and their artist presence. And I actually won the Best New Artist of 2014. So that was definitely the most memorable because
I would think I would put that up there too.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
Congratulations.
I didn't expect it at all. Thank you so much. I didn't expect it, and it was really just a shocking moment. It was really humbling.
Very nice. You know what? Coming from a guy who was shy on stage, a late performer, didn't do your first kind of solo performance until you were in senior year in high school, to winning competitions, especially in Atlanta. Let me tell you, it's a lot of competitions out there. Atlanta is the new Los Angeles. Everyone is flocking out there for music and for acting jobs. So, just congratulations to you. Angel also said congratulations to you as well. That's just a feat, and I'm happy to hear it. Do you have any more performances that we can look forward to other than this Wednesday that you want to let people know about right now?
Currently, in 2 weeks, I do have 2 shows in Pennsylvania. I don't really have anything booked for New York right now, but if anyone's in the Pennsylvania area and wants to check it out, I'll be in Harrisburg on the 20th and the 21st.
Awesome. Yeah, this is the right show to shout that out to because we have listeners from coast to coast. We're syndicated in 10 different states on 14 different AM and FM stations. So trust me, they're getting that information, and Pennsylvania is one of them. So good luck. Yeah. So definitely glad that you can definitely shout that out and let the people know that you're going to be out in that area. I mean, you know, it's amazing that you're traveling outside of New York. Some artists that we talk to haven't left their home. Here you are, you know, Pennsylvania, Georgia. What do you think is important about being able to just kind of accept those gigs and travel outside of your, you know, usual areas to be able to spread your brand?
Yeah, I think that's so important. It's not easy either because a lot of times it's like they'll ask you to get on a show, but you have to sell a certain amount of tickets. And then in my eyes, it's like I don't even know anybody in Pennsylvania. I don't know one person, so how am I supposed to sell any tickets? So you do get some people, though, that are accepting of that and understanding, and they just want you to get your name out. So they'll let you come, and you don't have to sell any tickets. And those are my favorite kind of people, in a way.
I imagine so. And I do know what you're talking about when the venue kind of leaves it up to the artist
Right.
to be able to pack the house instead of them providing at least a large medium of it. It is a difference, and so I'm glad that you are working those things out and getting those right type of showcases that fit you. I know we're excited about this Wednesday. What kind of performance, what are we expecting from you during the Tbaims showcase itself?
Well, I do have my DJ with me. So he's not always with me, but he is going to be there for the New York show, and we mesh really well. I feel better on stage when he's there. So because of that, we picked a lot. We picked more upbeat songs. I have a lot of serious and emotional songs, but because of the comfortability I feel while he's on stage, we picked a lot of upbeat songs, and we're looking to have a good time. We're looking to have the crowd have a good time, and we hope it works to our benefit.
Awesome. All right, Jess B. Polo, how can we follow you on social media and, you know, learn more about your upcoming events and become great fans?
Yeah, all my social media is basically it's just B Polo with no spaces, JUSTBPOLO. That's like Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Reverb Nation, everything. You'll find me just with that.
All right, guys, that is Just B Polo. Definitely looking forward to seeing you. Now the song that we have is Working For It. Tell us a little bit about Working For It.
Yeah, that's my newest song. Actually, I just put out a video for it a few days ago. It's going to be on the new album. What happened was I had basically written the whole album, and someone had told me that, look, I know you're writing for a future kind of sound, but you need to make like something that'll stick out for the current style of hip-hop. And while I kind of agreed with it, I kind of wanted to do a little twist, so I added kind of a heavy rock kind of production to it, just to get so people can like it, but also have a new sound instead of, so I could stick out a little more. So that's what we did with this song.
Awesome. Everybody, this has been Just B Polo, or, you know, Marco, however you want to see it. And we're going to be playing Working For It, guys. So we want you to follow Just B Polo throughout all your social media. And don't forget, you're going to hear this amazing young man at the Tbaims showcase, the February 11th, this Wednesday at Toshi's Living Room. That's going to be at 9 West 26th Street, New York City. 7:30 p.m. is when those doors open. So here it is, Just B Polo, Working For It. We're taking a commercial break, and we'll be right back. Thanks so much, Just B.
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
People that are caring for me, I got for, and you forgot. And they got choice on me, they're rising dope when that jaw drops. I don't need grills, homie, I stay golden like Fort Knox. Let this boy rock and you can watch a woman throw it like a bouquet. Thinking that they're gonna be the Barbie Ken. Pick up a new change. I'm a done with a Chris Farley win. That shit coming up on top of niggas toupee. When about the money that you already spend, I said I'm gonna make money like Bruce Wayne, and I ain't even make a Harvey Dent. I'll be set when I sing a few mil. Get her with a 10, she can keep it all real. Yeah, like cause you wanna know the women on the side. And I told her to keep my BFF Jill. I'm still killing competition, call me Manson. Celebrating sipping on the Bombay. When they got me tripping while I'm dancing. I be taking making me a prime day. I stay working for it. On a hard work day, second hard work pays and I'm working for it. On a night shift, wanna like this, I'll be working for it. On a hard work day, second hard work pays and I'm working for it. And I planned it, never hand it, I stay working for it, 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 working, I stay working for it, 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 working, I stay working for it. Type away, everybody gonna do what Simon say. I'ma got a plan if it's not for A, cause plan B is only good when I come. Man, why would you trying to say I'm a bad guy cause I'm gone away? But wait, I ain't waking up until the sun goes down. How could I be giving you the time of day? Hey, please with the cherry. On the knees, no begging. And she told me that I bury my emotions. I told her I ain't got emotions like a berry. Probably going Johnny in a rat race. Up in last place with the fast lane. Have to get his gas tank for the cat steak so we can't break to the fat bass. Sing songs for the band plays. Got a bad taste for the meat on. Wait to put my song on. Big brother, other people telling their palm on. The way to beat it up, she was taking them on drums. The kick snare, hat crush, filling the tongue. My mom was. So the pillars are filling and you ain't got soul. Then your hands on hand and I take one more skip. You're a festival feeling. I take one more hit. Feet up on the ceiling and I ain't working for it. On a hard work day, second hard work pays and I'm working for it. On a night shift, wanna like this, I'll be working for it. On a hard work day, second hard work pays and I'm working for it. And I planned it, never hand it, I stay working for it, 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 working, I stay working for it, 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 working, I stay working for it. Bad guy, I'm still 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 working for it. Bad guy,
Free. The year was 1968, and Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud by the Godfather Soul James Brown was number one on the chart for 6 weeks. In the song, James Brown addressed the prejudice towards blacks in America and the need for black empowerment, a strong, powerful, and emotional statement of the time. The song featuring lyrics, we demand a chance to do things for ourselves. We're tired of beating our heads against the wall and working for someone else, became the unofficial anthem for the Black Power movement. Let's not overlook the role of music in our rich history. What's your take? What present day and songs from yesteryear had a positive effect on our community and society as a whole?
The Tanya Free and Friends Talk Show, your destination for the best in social and political straight talk. Wednesdays at 2 p.m., streaming live on TanyaFree.com and BlackTalkRadioNetwork.com. Join the conversation Wednesdays at 2 p.m.
Cap City, get ready. EJ from the Top presents a Valentine evening of smooth jazz and classic soul featuring Wade Elliott, former lead singer of Blue Magic. Wade Elliott of Blue Magic. Also performing, it's the jazz band Smooth Concept, along with comedians Black Magic and Tin Man. That's Valentine's Day, February 14th at the Top, located at 10 Walnut Alley in Shockoe Bottom. It's Wade Elliott, former lead singer of the legendary Blue Magic, performing all of their hits. It's the best jazz in Richmond from the Smooth Concepts Band and Show, along with comedians Black Magic and Tin Man, with your host, the Butterfly Queen. That's Valentine's Day, Saturday, February 14th, showtime, 5 p.m. Tickets are just $25 in advance, $35 at the door. For more information, call 647-2592. That's 647-2592. Valentine's Day. Spend the night with Wade Elliott of Blue Magic, live at the top, 10 Walnut Alley in Chaco Bottom. Don't miss it.
This is Tom.
And it's Larry.
And we're coming out with a new show called Pizza, Money, and Sarcasm.
You can join us every Wednesday from 11 to noon.
That is starting August 13th.
Where we'll be interviewing people. We'll also be taking phone calls and debating topics like
parenting,
sports, life,
food,
politics,
how I'm always right,
how I'm always right,
your suits,
your not suits, pizza.
Pizza's a good one.
Yeah.
Gardening,
Ashland,
Chesterfield,
Richmond,
New Jersey,
Virginia,
Cubs.
And welcome back. This is the Big Apple Indie Music Series radio show. That's right. It's not just a showcase. It is a radio show as well. And, you know, what we do here is we bring the artists to you before the actual showcase. So you get to learn a little bit about them, hear some of their music, and learn a little bit about their story. So we just thank everyone who's been tuning in so far. I am Letitia M. I have with me Jon Landers. And, John, you know, we have a couple of artists that weren't able to make it here with us live, but that doesn't mean that we can't talk about them.
Right.
We can still let everybody know who they are. So I know that you have a list for us. So who would we like to talk about first?
Well, first we have Barsheem. That's his name. He's an R&B, soul, pop, and jazz artist. He's you can see him on Reverb Nation's site. He has a profile page there. He's actually been in a bunch of different things. In fact, I just read up more recently on this thing. He was on 2 episodes of NBC's American Dreams, and he actually landed a role in Dreamgirls, playing as part of the group of Little Albert and the True Tones. So he's got some pretty good.
Wow.
And in 2013 he performed at Marvin Gaye's 74th birthday celebration in Washington D.C. So this guy has got some serious talent. He's got a great voice. We're very impressed with his whole presentation. So his stage presence good. He can sing on key. Really good artist. And anyone can see him at ReverbNation.com/Barsheem Sounds. That's B as in boy, ARSH, double E, M as in Mary, SOUNDS, Sounds. Has a bunch of different tracks there. They can listen to his music. And he'll be coming to perform for us. We're excited to have him there. The other artist we also have coming is, her name is C. Clear. And she's got, let me just make sure I have that right. Yep, C. Clear. She's basically a singer-songwriter, hip-hop, soul, R&B, and rock artist. She's been referred to as the love child of Lauryn Hill, Amy Winehouse, and Adele, so it gives you some idea. She's opened for artists like Beyonce, Aretha Franklin, CeeLo Green, and Frankie Beverly. So she certainly is getting out there, making her rounds. She's originally from Queens, New York, and her website is it's C Clear. That's the letter C, then CLEAR, theartist.com, and you'll get to learn a little more about her music and such. And bio, but she's got a great talent, good voice, good presence, and we're looking forward to having her there. The last artist is Sean Taylor, who's an R&B, soul, hip-hop, jazz artist. He actually also plays the trumpet. Comes from Bronx, New York. He's a 28-year-old from a Jamaican descent. He's also a dancer. And I guess you might say he's a combination of a Smokey Robinson, Michael Jackson, with a hint of Sammy Davis Jr. and a pinch of James Brown. But he plays the trumpet sort of like Miles Davis and Clifford Brown, and very, very good talent. And we're excited to have him coming into the show. And I believe we have a track of his music that we were able to get. But,
absolutely. And I actually got to talk to him. Really nice guy. He, you can also look forward to seeing some of his videos we're going to put. He actually gave me like a great gift package of music and videos and all kind of amazing things. So we're just looking forward to being able to share him possibly on the digital magazine coming soon, and mostly likely on one of our Spreaker shows, so that we can make sure that he gets plays, because he couldn't be here at the last minute. So we definitely wanted to just thank him for submitting his gift package to me, I should say, because like I said, it was definitely a lot of things in there, and it was almost like getting a gift basket, and this is the week of love. So I felt as though he shared some love with me in that gift basket.
Yep, very nice.
But the music that I have to play for him today is Higher. And from what I understand, he likes this song the most because it's him, he's able to play the trumpet, play another instrument, and actually lay vocals down around the same time. So it's a lot of him in this song versus some of the other songs where he may not be able to play as much of the instrument as he would like. So this song is from Sean Taylor. It is called Higher. We're going to take a commercial break after that and come back and just wrap up the show and make sure that you are going to be there live to meet all of these amazing artists. Anything else you wanted to throw in there before we go to commercial, John?
I think that's about it for now. Let me think about that during the commercial break, and I'll add something toward the end.
Awesome, guys. So here is Sean Taylor, Higher, followed by a quick commercial, and we'll be back.
Sean Taylor, what up? We finna take these ladies higher, Yeah. Let me take you higher, higher than the highest high. Just free your mind and the rest will follow. Breathe in, my love will take you high. We'll be lost over feelings, baby, you'll always see better than the average vibe. Just set my soul on fire and taking my love, you feel it's real. No fantasy, girl, from head to toe, you are one of me. No matter where you go, I'll be there. Let me take you higher, higher.
Come on, we gonna take her higher. Yeah. We're here to take these ladies higher. Yeah. The rest gon' follow, shorty.
I love you more than anything. I need you, you need me. This fire blazing with every pull of me. You'll feel more ecstasy. It's just you and me. I'm making you make me. Lay back and just relax, the time is real. Got to know you can't rush greatness. Take your time, bask in sweetness, no more, no less. Let's go higher and higher.
She take me higher than I ever been, and vice versa. We elevating the mic curve ya. There's no events and creep up on ya like a night burglar. I'm always prepared to get Mike's murdered. Ha, and she fine as the night, but I'm cold as the dawn, and it's the safest place to be if I'm keeping you warm. We some of the hottest on. Would you care for a dance? Yellow dress, you glowing hotter than halogen lamps. Yeah. Come on, we gonna take her higher. Yeah. We're here to take these ladies higher. Yeah. The rest gon' follow, shorty.
The Tanya Free and Friends Talk Show is happy to announce our partnership with the May We Help You Radio Network. You can now catch the rebroadcast of our Wednesday show every Thursday at 6 p.m. That's Tanya Free and Friends, the podcast, every Thursday evening at 6 p.m. We welcome your comments and opinions 24/7 at TanyaFree.com, Facebook and Twitter, or send me a text by texting the word Tanya, that's 72727. Tanya Free and Friends, and May We Help You Radio. Living life with a purpose.
Hi, my name is Letitia M., owner of May We Help You Network. I want to thank you for joining us and enjoying our hosts here on MWHY Radio Network. Please visit us online at mwhyradio.com and like us on facebook.com/MWHY Radio. Tune in to learn more about our hosts and upcoming contests and our TV programming that will be coming to you soon. MWHY Radio, bringing together business, community, and you.
And welcome back to the Big Apple Indie Music Series. Such an amazing show today. We've had just, such fun. I've had fun. I know you've had fun. It seems like everyone who is communicating with us through social media has enjoyed the music today and the interviews. And, because I'm still getting tweets and Facebook hits and, it's just so much things going on. So I definitely appreciate everyone who's reaching out. And I know that they want to see you there, Jon. So let's tell them where they can go one more time.
Well, yes, it's Toshi's Living Room, 26th and Broadway, or 9 West 26th Street. That's right in the corner. It's part of the Flatiron Hotel. February 11th, this coming Wednesday, 8 to 11. Doors open at 7:30. And like you said, you better get there early because they fill up very fast. The last 2 or 3 months, we've had it packed to the hilt. And standing room only, and it's just through the whole evening. And we're going to be going later than usual because of the extra artists. So even though it's later, I know it'll be packed right to the end. So we usually close the place down with a full house. Not a problem, but because we love it. And heads up on the tables, there is a 2-drink minimum, just so people know in advance, and a $20 minimum otherwise in food. But that's just to help cover the overhead of running the place there and keeping everybody, in business, keep it going. So that's just a heads up on that. But it is packed. And I'll share this, that as we do some more special events, and we're going to be doing more special events going forward, similar to what we did when we did the music video release party for Jennifer Vasquez a week ago or so. We're going to be looking, we have a new potential sponsor, which is the Guitar Centers, and we're going to be talking to them about doing some special events at their locations in the city as well. So that's something that we're working on right now, too.
So when you go down to the Guitar Center soon, just, bring me back a mic. I'll appreciate it.
Okay. I don't know if Mike's there, though. It might be a Sam or a Richard, I don't know.
Good one.
But if Mike's there, I'll ask him if he's available. No problem.
You're hilarious.
What can I say? Yeah.
And this is the kind of humor you get at the Tbaims showcase, guys. This is it.
Well, that's my humor. I'm sorry. I believe in humor. It's like my song I wrote called The Midlife Crisis Blues. It's my song, and it's got my humor. So people who know me know me. People who know me. I have a unusual sense of humor, which is I think fun. So it's okay. Better than my singing capabilities. I'll add that. Any case, it's been fun, and I look forward to seeing everybody down there. And again,
we want you guys to look forward to Angel Rodriguez, Barsheem, C. Clear, Remy, Gautreau. I'm so happy I can say that name. Just B. Polo, Danielle and Jennifer, and Sean Taylor. Those are the artists that you'll be able to see. And like you said, it's going to be an extended show this month. So, usually you guys are used to getting out of there about 11 o'clock, so you want to be prepared for about 11:30 this time around.
Absolutely. And we're almost fully ready for the next month's event coming forward, too. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 already out of the 6 already confirmed for next month. So I'm excited with that one. And we already actually have some confirmed for the next 2 or 3 months. So it's a work in progress as we grow. And it's a pleasure always working with you, Letitia. You're great. I appreciate your support, and look forward to next showcase and next radio show.
Absolutely. And I've already told you that I'm coming down in sometime in the springtime to take over and be a celebrity guest host. So I'm looking forward to when we can put that together and bring the May We Help You brand out there in New York and have fun.
Yes, in the spring. Yeah, we'll talk on that, definitely.
Awesome. Well, everyone, thanks so much for tuning into the show today. Don't forget to not just follow us here in Blog Talk Radio. We appreciate you doing that. But come on over with us to Spreaker so you can be a part of our iHeart subscription as well. So we are looking forward to bringing you guys, our replays, our original shows that's going to be airing originally from there, and our TV programming coming to you soon. So this is MWHY Radio Network, the Tbaims radio show with myself, Letitia, and the amazing Jon. We will see you guys next month unless we see you Wednesday, because we want you there at that live showcase. Enjoy the rest of your week until then. And also, happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Loves, hugs, and kisses, and all of that other good stuff that comes in between. Bye-bye.
Yep. Same there. Take care. Bye-bye.